I know. It's how to drive when I'm stoned. It's like you know your perspective's fucked, so you just gotta let your hands work the controls as if you're straight.
Wow. Good landing, man. A universe of mystery.
Okay, sucker. Hand over your cash now.
A universe of sexual fantasies. My whips.
Harry? Can I sleep with you? That was incredible. I've never felt anything like it.
A universe of magic. Heavy metal. A step beyond science fiction.
Heavy Metal is an animated sci-fi fantasy type movie that was released on August 7th, 1981, and is based on a comics magazine of the same name. Another animated movie review, but in stark contrast to the other animated movies I've reviewed so far. Let's see if it's good. This story is actually comprised of several vignettes, but all of which involve a green orb of evil, and someone either falling victim to its power or fighting against it. These vignettes are stories told by a little girl by the green orb in a very menacing way. Believe it or not, I'm actually okay with this. Why? Because each of these stories are fun to watch, especially together. They have a mix of both a sci-fi and urban feel to them. That is fucking awesome. They also are divided actually very neatly. They are actually connected to each other, and not just because of the fucking green orb of evil. They actually have an effect on the framing story with the little girl. Therefore, it feels like an actual movie with a story. It is fucking amazing that a movie like this was able to pull it off. While all the stories are entertaining to watch, my favorite story is the one with the science nut named Den, who finds the green orb and is transported to an alien world and turns into a man that is irresistible to women. It is not only what everyone like me has always wanted to happen to them. Not that I'm a science nut or anything, but it also has some nice scenes of violence, an imaginative world, and a really hot woman as a love interest. And a genuinely satisfying ending. Den decides to stay in the alien world and makes a damn good case of why he does. Just a warning/reminder. This movie is not for children or the faint of heart. It has tons of nudity, and the violence never really lets up from that story. Speaking of which, the fight between Tarna and the Lochnar, an extraterrestrial son of a bitch, in the final story, is very good and pretty fucking brutal, with human and alien blood shedding. Yeah, I am the fucking opposite of the faint of heart. Admittedly, the second half of the movie is not as good as the first half, but it's still pretty good. And there's plenty to like about it. Now I'm going to go on to the production values, mainly because that is all I can say about the story. The animation is fucking awesome. Sure, it's really dated, but I don't give a damn. I think it is really that damn good. It is very detailed, colorful, and moves perfectly. And most of all, it creates memorable visuals. The music is pretty good. While the score is okay, there are a bunch of songs, many of which are hard rock songs. There's music from Sammy Hagar, Blue Oyster Cult, Cheap Trick, Black Sabbath, and Stevie Nicks, to name a few. That is pretty cool. By far my favorite song is the one that plays in the part in a story where a guy escapes from an alien courtroom. It has an awesome synthesizer riff. Not this again. The sound is alright. And that is all I can think of for the production values. Overall, Heavy Metal is one hell of a unique movie. This is the first adult animated movie I have ever seen. It is a violent, imaginative, and sexy movie that is complemented by great animation and a cool soundtrack. However, the second half of it is significantly less strong than the first half, but is still very enjoyable. I mean it. This is a movie that I definitely recommend you see, unless you're a kid or offended by sex and violence. So yeah, I give Heavy Metal 4 out of 5 stars with the title of Awesome. Anyway, I'm Spike Robot. Thank you all for watching, and see you next time.
It's not done.